Good evening, and it's indeed a honor and a privilege to welcome our 2022 Teacher of the Year here tonight, and that is Kurt Russell from Ohio. Kurt is a history teacher, and I can imagine that Kurt has the same impact on his students that my government teacher back at DeSoto High School in Texas did. Um, I remember Mr. Hickey brought a sense of public service. He brought that forward into the classroom and made you keenly aware of government and a sense of service to your nation. And I'm sure, Kurt, you do the same thing there in Ohio. I also tonight would like to talk about the Rogers administration position on public schooling. I know there's been a lot of talk in the last couple of years about school choice. Uh, the pandemic has brought that topic very much to the forefront. And what I'd like to say tonight is that my administration, the Rogers administration, is 100% committed to school choice. My administration is 100% committed to charter schools. My administration will do everything in its power to see that charter schools in this nation succeed, and also see that every parent in this nation has a right to choose where their children goes to school. Like I said, the pandemic brought to light a lot of issues in public education. Some say there's indoctrination going on of a certain type of education. And I believe that school choice gives the parent the right to find the school that not only best fits the parent, but more importantly, best fits the student. You know, the pandemic had a big impact on our education system. You read different reports. You're looking at, some people have said we're looking at a couple of years impact on students. Some even have said that there is going to be a 60 to 80 year impact on students, and they use that measurement primarily. There was a report that came out. They used the measurement from the time the student was in the sixth grade all the way through his college, his high school, college, through his career, and through his retirement, and what an impact the going through COVID and the impact on education had on students' lives. And I believe we're going to see that go on for quite a long time here. One of the things that I think is important, and this is kind of a thing that a lot of people have different opinions on, is standardized testing. Being from Texas, standardized testing is a big thing in our state. The STAR test, it's a huge thing. And I think where we're at right now, we need to have standardized testing primarily to see where our students are. We need to have good data to see what impacts this pandemic had on our children's education, because we have to look at this from a standpoint that these are our future leaders, and we have to do everything in our power to ensure that they're ready to not only have a successful career in life, but be ready to lead this nation in the coming years. And so I think standardized testing, which is coming up in our state in just a couple of weeks, this will serve a very important it will give us actually good data, I think, to see exactly where our students are and what we can do to further their education. What I disagree with, um, a lot of times, it's the it's it's what CRS testing has become. It's become a report card on the teacher, and a lot of times it's been a determination on whether they continue a career in teaching or or move on to continue their career. I think for at least the next few years, we should just look at the data for these tests and see where our students are, fix the areas, fix the gaps that are out there, and get our students better equipped. Some of the things that we found out during the pandemic, we found out the infrastructure in some states wasn't adequate enough to have online learning. We found out online learning does not work as well as it should. Um, a lot of things that happened during COVID happened because they needed to happen. Uh, and quite frankly, I don't think that we were really prepared for what we got ourselves into. And that's one of the things that my administration has pledged to do is to ensure that we are ready for that next pandemic, whenever that may be, and that uh, uh, is having the vaccines available. That's having the abilities to do online learning and to do a good job at online learning. We still have the problem with uh, kids, our students learn differently, and that's one thing that is very apparent. Everybody learns a little bit different, and we found out during the pandemic that not everybody uh, uh, learned great through online learning, and so this is something that I think needs to be addressed and looked at. And part of the plan that my administration is going to be putting together in the coming months as we prepare, hopefully a long time down the road, but prepare for whenever that next pandemic does occur. This country is better prepared for that event to happen. But it is indeed a great honor to have our Teacher of the Year here. Um, I've had the honor to be around a few Teacher of the Years. Back in the day, I was a crew leader, crew trainer at Space Camp, and every summer we would have Teacher of the Year come to our space camp and spend a week there learning about aerospace, learning about the space program, and then taking that experience uh, back home to their students, back home to their schools. And one of the things I've seen the best of education come through those doors at camp. And so, what we're seeing here today, I believe, is the best in education and a good example of what America is. A a good example of our American education system, and a good role model for our students to follow as they continue their career to become leaders in the next generation. Thank you all very much.